Thanks, Neil. I'm going to keep my comments very brief. Like Tom, I've got to go off to another meeting at 5:30, so I'll keep my comments short for that reason, as well as the obvious reason. For those of you who don't know, before I was a Member of Parliament, I was the senior partner in a firm that did lots and lots of legal aid work, social welfare law, and public law. And it's good to see Anne Lewis here, who I worked closely with when I was on Legal Action Group as the Vice Chair. Look, this is not a party political event. What's keen and what will make this session useful is for us to leave with information that we can use to try and persuade the government not to do some of the things that they are doing. I think genuinely there are some unintended consequences of the things they are doing I don't think they realised would happen. I also think there is an economic case, in fact, not to make the cuts they're making in relation to the advice sector here. For those of you who came to the Justice for All rally 4 or 5 weeks ago, Alan Beef came along, and Alan is the chair of the Select Committee, Justice Select Committee, and he was so impressed by the comments that were being made, he ordered an urgent inquiry for the Justice Select Committee to look into the cuts in legal aid, which took evidence in February as a consequence of the impression made upon him by you and others who were there. So I'm hopeful, as Nia says, we will take away some important points which we can raise with not just colleagues outside of government, but colleagues in government as well. I want to just end by saying a few things. Number one, as an MP for a deprived community in Tooting, I've seen the importance of a law centre like the South West London Law Centre. Good to see Michael here from the South West London Law Centre. I've also seen the impact of Balham CAB and Battersea CAB in the neighbouring patch. If they close, frankly speaking, my job is going to be a nightmare. I mean, the idea what will happen is there will be literally tens and tens and tens of constituents turning up to my surgery with a carrier bag or two with papers that I simply won't have the time to go through and to help them. And so there's a self-interest, frankly speaking, in making sure my law centre and my CAP doesn't go down. But the final point is this: frankly speaking, I don't think any Member of Parliament, from whatever party, comes to Parliament with the objective of closing down a law centre or a CAB and having people who are the most in need of advice and assistance being deprived the advice and assistance that they need. I don't think anybody enters politics for that, and I even include Conservative MPs when I say that. But we've got to do our bit to tell them about the consequences, intended or otherwise, of some of the things they are doing. And I think if we can leave this afternoon, as Nia said, with the evidence, anecdotal, empirical, to give to, whether it's Alan on the Select Committee or whether it's ministers in BIS, in CLG, in MIJ, in Treasury, then we'd have done a really good job. So I'm sorry I've got to leave early, but it's one of those things. I've got people here from our office taking notes and taking a scribe, and we'll make sure, Nia, that we feed into the process to make sure we can try and alleviate some of the concerns we've all got. Thank you very much.